Hi, my name is Jordan Hobson, and I'm an intern nutritionist here at Food for Good. I'm going to be giving a presentation on how Food for Good can support schools and parents with managing food programming. Within this presentation, I'm going to be discussing Food for Good as a company, including our values, operations, and our approach to dealing with food insecurity among children. I'm also going to be addressing the overall value that food programs have for schools, and I'm going to talk a bit about the role that some of Food for Good's innovative services have towards making school programs easier for schools and parents. This will be about a 10-minute presentation, and if any questions come up, we'd be happy to answer them at the end. Food for Good is a full-service school lunch program that manages all aspects of the process, so from order processing to meal delivery. We essentially act as a conduit to connect schools and parents to local vendors. Food for Good's mission is to ensure all children have access to affordable and nutritious meals in school, and that they're given the best possible opportunity to succeed in the future. This means that we have to tackle food insecurity from multiple angles, not just feeding hungry students, but also investing in their development and their communities. Food for Good utilizes a streamlined process to manage the ordering and distribution of food amongst its partnered schools. Every step of this process is designed to be efficient and convenient for all parties involved, so the program is as accessible as possible to families and school schedules. With step one, through collaboration, Food for Good creates connections between schools and local vendors that follow Food for Good standards of quality. Currently, we are partnered with a variety of vendors depicted in this image and with various school boards across Southern Ontario, including regions in Niagara, the GTA, Waterloo, and Ottawa. We're looking to continue expanding across Ontario as well, welcoming new schools to introduce us to their preferred vendors so we can connect them and ensure compliance. With step two, after schools provide parents information about our program, usually through newsletters, parents can register to our online website or app where they're able to self-manage their child's lunch orders. This includes specifying dietary restrictions, scheduling orders, and paying online so their child can receive their food for free at school. With step three, order information is then provided to both school and vendors to guide them in producing and distributing the food. Each meal gets its own label describing the student's order, its nutrition and allergen content, and their classroom information. Additionally, reminders are sent out to parents either 5 days prior to delivery to remind them to order if they haven't, or 24 hours prior to delivery to remind them that they don't need to pack their kid a lunch the next day if they have ordered. With step four, on delivery day, meals are prepared and labeled by vendors, transported to schools by our delivery drivers in labeled heated bags, and distributed by school ambassadors to classrooms. The distribution process is quick and accurate. Meals are delivered ahead of time, varying in the time it takes to get to schools depending on the distance between the school and vendor, but it'll often take 4 to 7 minutes for meals to get to students once they're at schools. All the while, the meals remain hot and untouched. A key aspect to our services with our goal of holistically supporting students is the act of giving back to the communities we join. For each meal ordered from participating schools, Food for Good donates 50 cents back to the school and 20 cents towards local school nutrition programs that support underserved students with meals. With this, we look to enhance these communities by giving schools funding for better educational and extracurricular resources, and also getting meals to those who need them most in the community. Schools will also have the option to increase their donation amounts each month through our online platform. So why do we want to support these school food programs? Well, it's because these programs offer a wide variety of benefits to students, schools, and their communities. The most obvious benefit is that programs help to improve the diets of students by making it easier for them to access nutritious foods. Programs also act as a useful avenue for teaching food skills and nutritional knowledge to children, promoting future healthy decisions. Good nutrition is strongly linked with academic performance as well, so as students can think more sharply and keep their attention focused with full stomachs. Programs help alleviate the burden of rising grocery costs put on families by offering healthy, affordable meals and saving parents time on lunch preparation. Varied and inclusive menus can also help kids connect with each other during lunchtime, and locally sourced food can help support local food businesses, overall strengthening communities. We believe that Food for Good is in an excellent position to support schools in achieving these benefits through our unique service features and values towards community. Food for Good's primary goal is to nourish the body and minds of students in our partnered schools and ensure they're in the optimal health and mindset to support their learning and growth. Food for Good offers a menu in which every meal has been diligently assessed by our nutritionist to ensure it follows all Canadian nutritional guidelines. And this is so that each student can be served food safely and according to their dietary requirements. We deeply consider every meal's ingredients, cooking method, its nutritional value, and how that all fits into these regulations. Some of these being the Canadian Food Guide to ensure meals contain the recommended amounts for each food group, or the school food and beverage policy to ensure that only foods that are minimally processed with low fat, sugar, and salt are served on our menu. We are also currently in the process of becoming accredited as a primary school food distributor by one of the 14 lead nutritional agencies in Ontario. This is resulting from our continued compliance with these nutritional standards. And on top of that, we work closely with our partner vendors to ensure that they are extensively screened for compliance with food safety regulations while using high quality ingredients. Food also looks to integrate nutritional education with lunchtime as a way to promote healthy eating behaviors and nutritional awareness in students. Food for Good does this through including food trivia and simplified nutritional labels on packaging, as well as providing meal options that require the assembly of food items to develop some food skills, and providing accessible nutritional resources and consultation for students and parents. A big highlight of our services is that we take on all the administrative challenges of managing a school food program so that schools and parents don't have to. This gives school staff who normally would run the programs more time to dedicate towards their responsibility of education, and it helps parents save on time and money in providing lunch to their kids. One way we do this is through offering an intuitive and user-friendly online platform for parents to order and pay for their child's meals. This platform gives parents full control over ordering, including placing orders, specifying child dietary restrictions, setting lunch deliveries for specific or reoccurring schedules, and modifying or rescheduling orders prior to delivery. Here's an example of how intuitive it is to navigate this platform. Ordering meals starts with a simple sign up to our website. After that, parents will create a profile for their child and report their personal information, as well as specifying their major allergens and severity into the system. They can then browse menu items on our main page that are available for the current day or a future day, with each meal readily providing its ingredients and nutritional information. These meals can be added to your cart and ordered for the days you want, and here you can customize meal options and sizes, or even add a personal note for your child to get on delivery, and then you would pay. At this point, parents can easily self-manage orders from their dashboard, including modifying, rescheduling, or canceling orders with no fee up to 3 days before delivery. Schools and Food for Good customer service can also guide parents through this process too. This platform is also full of resources for parents and schools, as we try and keep ourselves accountable and transparent on our services. The website has a lot of information on nutritional recommendations, how food programs operate, product information sheets detailing every item on our menu, and even a company handbook outlining our policies. Additionally, Food for Good is responsive in its communication with parents and schools, providing lunch date reminders, updates on menu or program changes, and order statuses. Child reception of meals on delivery days is also incredibly streamlined to ensure that they can receive their meals at the start of the designated lunch period and finish before the end. This is due to our compliance to strict delivery scheduling and our quick food distribution, where we use individually packaged and labeled meals that get sent straight to classes and given to the correct students. Not every student can access a given school food program for various reasons, things like dietary restrictions, preferences, or the stigma associated with needing to utilize a food program, all of which can drive away participation. At Food for Good, we see food as a powerful force to bring people together and create a community in a non-stigmatizing way. And we believe that strong community support is especially important for children's long-term well-being. There are multiple aspects of our services that are directly geared towards enhancing accessibility and community building, one of which is affordable pricing. All Food for Good meals are capped with a price range of $4 to $8.25 with no delivery fee charges, taking into account our single and double portion size options for each meal. In order for our menus to appeal to as many students as possible, Food for Good partners with a diverse set of vendors to create a menu with variety. This allows us to meet the many unique preferences of students, either personal or cultural, without stigmatization. And this also doubles as a way that we can introduce students to new foods and keep lunches interesting. Currently, our menu consists of options such as quesadillas, noodle dishes, tacos, pita assembly kits, pizza, and various mixed food meals with chicken, vegetables, rice, and fruits on the side. Food for Good works closely with parents and vendors to accommodate any student dietary restrictions, things like allergies, medical conditions, and cultural and religious preferences. And this is to ensure that there are safe food options for every student. For instance, our allergen management systems are personalized to each student. Each meal is analyzed by our nutritionist to identify and document its allergens. And then, as mentioned, parents can then specify their child's allergens and restrictions on the Food for Good website before ordering. And this will help prevent them from ordering risky meals that are tagged with these specified restrictions. Dietary restriction information for each student is also explicitly shared to vendors and teachers so that extra care can be taken to prevent things like cross-contamination and to make sure that meals are accurately given to each student. Even further than that, our vendors often provide alternative options for certain Food for Good meals, like vegetarian or gluten-free versions, or meals with substituted components. Our program is constantly trying to improve on our services to better suit our partnered communities. Food for Good provides avenues for schools and parents to provide feedback on things like the accessibility of our online platform, service and delivery performances, and our customer service. For parents, this primarily involves thank you emails after a day's meal delivery, where parents will have a chance to leave a review, but this could also be through yearly surveys and interviews with other clients. With our strong compliance to nutritional guidelines and safety regulations, as well as our mission on improving food security across Canada, we're able to create pretty strong connections with Canadian and Ontario governments. Currently, we are in the process of gaining their support for our food services towards schools as we look to apply this support in the form of food vouchers, and this would give schools and parents a chance to provide their children with free meals. Ultimately, Food for Good provides a variety of services that help elevate the benefits that school food programs have for students. We make strong efforts towards complying with nutritional and food safety guidelines, managing programs with accessibility for all students, and offering ways to give those we serve a say in our services. We are confident that our collaboration with schools and parents will greatly enhance the health and lifelong success of our children and their communities. If you're interested and available, we would like to set up a follow-up meeting to further discuss any questions you may have on our program and how it applies to your school, as well as how we can start getting connected with your school. Our onboarding process is simple for schools as well, allowing them to receive their first meal in as little as 2 weeks once complete. If this doesn't fit your availability, we are open to rescheduling to whenever you feel works best for you. Thank you for considering Food for Good and giving us this opportunity to speak with you as well. We look forward to talking with you further and working alongside your community.